Our names are Mr. and Mrs. Manguma from Zimbabwe. Beside us is our daughter. She's Majita Manguma. She's 11 years old. One morning, we just woke up and my daughter could not walk. So we just thought it was temporary. So I spent the day with her. She didn't even go to school. She could not stand, she could not walk. So I just thought maybe he had an injury at school, maybe she could walk maybe in a few hours or so. The next day, nothing had changed. I took her to the doctor. So the doctor just quickly referred us to the physician. Then the physician said we should go for an MRI scan. So we went for the first MRI scan, which is this one. So all the results came and nothing was discovered there. They said everything is okay with his spinal cord. Then they said they want to take another part of his spinal cord. They took another part of his spinal cord, which is this second MRI, and they discovered that nothing was wrong with her. The physician quickly referred us again to the pediatric neurologist. So we went to the pediatric neurologist. So he suggested that she should be admitted. So she was admitted that very day that we went to the pediatric neurologist. So at that time, she couldn't walk. We could carry her everywhere we were going. It was very difficult. She was not even going to school at that time. She wasn't going to school. She stopped going to school because she was immobile. They started to do some investigations. They wanted to see what was happening with her, what was the cause of her not being mobile. They ended up taking lumbar puncture. They took some fluid from her back and then they did some tests, and then they came back saying that it's a disease which is called Guillain-Barré Syndrome, which affects the nerves. So I'd never heard of that disease. I was even surprised. So they explained to me. They said that that disease cannot be cured. There's no cure for Guillain-Barré Syndrome. So as a mother, it was very difficult for me. I was so heartbroken to see my child in that state that she could not walk, she could not stand on her own. It was very, very hard. So, and later on, she's not going to school. So we were discharged from the hospital. And that is when my brother, who stays in the US, he referred me, he actually gave me a link for NSPPD. Then I started watching NSPPD and following the prayers and going to the altar every day, following all the prayers. So on NSPPD, it was announced that there's going to be a conference in Zambia. So we managed to go to Zambia with our child. It was so difficult to move around with her. So we went to Zambia. Then we went to the stadium for the conference. So by the time that Pastor Jerry was doing some declarations at the stage, our child was actually sitting down. We were there standing, doing some declarations. You know, in a split of a second, I just saw my daughter standing. So I thought maybe someone raised her up, only to realize that she stood on her own. I saw my daughter making some steps at that moment, actually walking. I was so filled with joy. She had suffered a lot. She had gone through a lot, going into hospitals, all those tests, and just to be told that this disease cannot be cured, it was not easy. I just want to thank Elroy. I just want to honor men of God. Thank you, Pastor Jerry Eze, for allowing yourself to be used by the Lord. We had our miracle. We took our miracle back home to Zimbabwe. Our daughter went back to Zimbabwe walking on her own. We could not believe it, but it was Elroy who did it. We just want to thank the Lord. We thank the Lord mightily. We thank the Lord and we continue to thank the Lord.
And as we video celebrate our God, celebrate!